Happy Halloween, and we made it to your Friday. Now, if you're going to be heading out doing any Halloween festivities, trick-or-treating with the kids, we still will have a few passing showers out there for the rest of the evening. Even if you're not seeing the rain, it's going to be more spotty at best. Still, the temperatures on the cooler side, 40s if not even some 30s as we are getting closer to the midnight hour, and still our breeze coming in more so from the northwest as we get closer to the midnight hour. So here's a look at it. On to Future View we go. The rest of your Friday still going to have those little blue arrows, mainly coming in from the north and from the west as we're going closer to the midnight hour. Also notice a few of the colors you do see there on the map, trying to sneak in a few blues. Areas especially going throughout the Upper Peninsula and even into some of the higher terrain here in the northern lower. We could be cold enough to where we could sneak in a few wet flakes as we go into tomorrow morning. And we're not expecting any accumulations, but temperatures still could be cold enough to support a little bit in the way of some mixed showers. Now, as we're getting into tomorrow, we still will have more of this northerly wind, so still the coverage of the lake effect showers out there are going to be more spotty to even isolated. There it is towards the lunch hour, even getting into your Saturday afternoon. So coverage of the rain from what we saw today is looking very similar as we get into the day on Saturday. Now, notice even as we're going past midnight, here we are by Sunday morning. You even still do see a few more glimpses of some blue there on the map. So even a few more wet flakes could be possible into some of the higher terrain even as we're going into early Sunday morning. But notice the coverage of the rain by the time we do reach our Sunday even becomes a little bit lesser. So suspecting there's going to be even some more dry hours to work with as we get into the second half of the weekend. So overall, there it is, your weekend forecast in a nutshell. We'll track those spotty lake effect chances for tomorrow. I think we'll get a few more dry hours on Sunday, but bigger story for Sunday will be our winds starting to increase. That's going to be ahead of the next system moving in by Monday, drizzling chances for even some more rain and some breezy conditions. Also, don't forget, we fall back 1 hour early Sunday morning. A good chance to not only change your clocks, but maybe start getting your home ready for the winter months. Checking it with smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, your furnace, your chimney, maybe resealing any doors or windows, trying to keep as much heat in your house as you can as we are getting closer to winter. Let's get to live weather stations outside right now. Manistee holding on to 50 degrees at this hour. A lot of other areas in the 40s, and will trend more so for some 30s as we take you past the midnight hour. Even some of the higher terrain again. Can't rule out a few upper 20s getting into the beginning of the weekend. Saturday high temperatures going to be a cooler day. Low to mid 40s, eastern upper tip of the mid. That's the extent of the heat. And still with our winds coming in more so from the north, it's just going to be feeling a little bit colder as we go throughout the day tomorrow. Western lower, your numbers not much warmer, mid to even some upper 40s. Still the spotty chances for a few lake effect showers. Remember, with the lake effect, usually not an all-day rain, so a few breaks in between. Sunrise side, still tracking more mid 40s for you here, getting into the beginning of your weekend. If we do get a few numbers closer to 50, we'll find that into some of our southern zones, but still just remember we're tracking more of that northerly wind, so going to be feeling more like the 40s into tomorrow. There it is quickly into the next 7 days, Adam, tracking another chance for some rain moving in by next Monday.